we call two loading arms. Right here at the edge of the facility are our loading pumps. So they're pumping oil from one of the 3 tanks down to these arms and into the truck. Here in Kurdistan, you know, we sell off of weight. So you see those trucks over here that are on the scale. We'll weigh them when they come in, and then we'll weigh them when they go out. We average about 200 barrels per truck, right at 30 tons. Some trucks can carry less, around 26 tons, but most of them about 30. Right now, at 7,500 barrels a day total production, we're trucking between 40 and 50 trucks a day. Gulf Keystone, you've heard of them? They're producing 40,000 barrels a day. They're doing around 300 trucks a day. So, very important part of the operation. Doesn't get as much, I guess, TV time because nobody thinks about it, but if that goes down, the whole operation goes down because we can't ship the oil out of here. We have to shut in wells, and at that point, we're not making any money. Those trucks you saw up there are water trucks. Right on the other side, we have a line where we load the produced water. That's these 2 small brown tanks right here. Basically, that's it here on the loading. Not a lot to it, but very important. Any questions on that? Let's kind of walk this way. We'll take a look at the other one. So here's the back corner I was talking about where all the oil comes in. Our 3 white flow lines. Remember the pig launcher? Those are our pig receivers right there. See how they look about the same? What's that? Those are solar panels for those small chemical pumps. There's again more chemical there. But here is where we see the separators. So we talked about the high pressure separator and the low pressure separator. That's those vessels right there. Can you see the chimney stack where the steam or the heat's coming off? That's our heater that we talked about. So oil comes through here, goes through those separators, and then on the other side, that's where it goes into the dehydrator, then the desalter, and then the tall nitrogen stripper. From that stripper, oil comes out, goes into the tanks, gas comes off the top, and it's buried right here. You can see the pile of dirt. There's our gas flare line that goes up to the flare on top of the hill. You can see it burning right there. So you have oil, gas coming out of there, then you have your water. So your water's coming through here. One of you asked about the process for the water. Like I said, we don't have the strippers yet, but we do have a smaller cylindrical tall vessel right here in front of us. That is called our degassing boot. That's what we use to degas the H2S out of the remaining produced water. It works a lot like the nitrogen stripper, where we purge in nitrogen and it goes through the water and helps release some of the H2S. From there, it goes to this next round tank, and that's called our gun barrel tank. Again, that's an old term. People say it looked like a gun barrel when you look at the top of it. Just an old oil field term. It's stuck. But so you can see there's one big cylindrical tank and then a small one on the side. What you have is oil will fill up and then spill over into the side vessel. And from there, it goes into our water storage tanks. The reason for that gun barrel is no matter how much we process this water out of the oil, we're always going to have trace oil in your water. And if that's 1 part per million, 1 part per billion, it's going to accumulate over time. So that gun barrel allows the oil to come to the top, go out the top line, while the water comes out and goes into our storage tanks. So right now, that's the only process we have on our produced water. These blue tanks right here, with the white tank closest to us, that is called our wash water system. So I saw the desalter over there. That desalter, we're injecting water into the crude stream so that it'll grab the salt ion and pull them out, and then we take that to produce water. So this is our wash water. We have to run it through these filters for any particulates of any sort. We just want clean water. It's not demineralized water, but it's just clean water with no sediment in it. Looks like a lot here, but this is a very small, very simple plant. They can get extremely large and extremely difficult to produce or to operate. This one here, though, they call it a little popcorn plant. Small, but it's all we have, it's all we need now. Our plans are, we're going to clear this area in the next coming year, and we will add another process train. So another heater, another separator, another dehydrator, and another desalter, so that we can produce more oil. Right now, this plant is designed for 10,000 barrels a day. We haven't reached that limit yet, but we are going to hit that limit and try to push past that to see what it can actually do. But we know as we drill more wells, we're going to need more plants.